Hi Peggy. Hi Ashley. Hi Mike. So tonight we're going to be doing, I'm trying to find a place where I can set my phone so that it doesn't fall over. There we go. Totally different setup. So I've got this orange 14, this is a 16-inch worked wreath board, and that's right, it's 16 inches. I found some on sale. I ordered them. On this one here, and I didn't want to take the time to mess with it. This has got 9 ties around the bottom and 9 ties around the inside of it. Doesn't really matter. Our ribbons might connect on one side, and it's also on the inner, but that's not no big deal, guys. Okay, so we're going to start it off, and I got some lime green mesh here, and we're going to start it off with this lime green. And this has got some metallic running through it. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to ruffle it up, leaving the ends to the outside, okay? And I'll sort of pull this center that always wants to sort of sink in. I start on my outside ring first. I'm going to get a zip tie, and I'm going to go and I'm going to tie this down with a zip tie, just making sure that it doesn't come loose. And I do it right in between, before the tie. Now, at any time during this live, the iPad hits the floor or something strange happens, I can't be responsible for what I might say. Okay, so we're going to do, since it's 9, especially here on the outer part of it, let me move that mouse. On the outer part, I'm going to do outer ring, I'm going to do 12-inch poofs. Because if it had one extra one, it wouldn't have had the spacing that it does, and the spacing is a little large than I like. Hi Sharon, hi Connie, hi Laura. Welcome, guys. Hey Miss Kathy. So we're doing 12-inch poofs on the outer. I do want to say this, with the iPad, it seems that the picture and the quality of the picture, and I don't know about the video, is clearer. What do you guys think? So it's going to be a happy Halloween-y. Got an awesome sign to go with this. Hi, Debbie. Thanks. Good, good. So you've got to understand that I live way out in the country. Connie probably understands this. And I have satellite internet. Well, satellite internet isn't always the most dependable internet that there is. So the quality sometimes isn't very good. So this is going through a data system tonight, and I found that when I did the test live earlier, just to see if I could get on to my page to do a live, it was a lot clearer than any of them that I've ever done before. So who knows, we may do it from the iPad from now on. It may be the only way I can do it from now on. Reading the forums, it says a lot of people are having problems with this issue, and a lot of people have reported it to Facebook, and they haven't done anything so far. Hi Charlene. Good. Hi, Susie. Welcome, guys. Well, I've been out of whack for the last 2 weeks. I went to a craft fair for the 4th of July and all. I was there from the 24th to, I got home, I left to come home on Monday, July 5th. And I was so busy, so tired, taking down, putting up every day, that I apologize for not actually showing pictures and everything. Maybe if I did that, I would have been heads up on my Facebook page, or especially the business side. My personal seems fine. So we're coming around to the last point over here. And I'm going to tie it off right where we bypassed this one tie right here. I like the view of the overhead better. I feel like y'all can see better. So I'm going to be looking, if I continue to use my iPad, an overhead mount. But you know how that goes. Searching and it being available is another thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open all of my inside ties. And like I said, this has 9 on the inside, 9 on the outside. And I'm not worrying about it. Probably all of the ones I ordered were this way. So just have to wait and see. So I'm going to take this, bundle it up if I can get a hold of it here. I'm going to bundle it up and I'm going to pull it in front, just in front of an inside tie. I'm going to take another zip tie, get it where it's correct there. I do this because I don't like the extra hump right there that it gives. It sort of makes me feel like the symmetry of my wreaths off. So however you're used to doing it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to do, let's see, that's a 10, that's a 12. I think I'll do 12 inches on the inside too, just for the fullness. So I bypass this one and I go right up to the next one. So I'm going to do 12 inch poofs on the inside also. And I'm just going to, I like to do my poofs as I go around. Got one of my bottom ones sticking out there. Pulling it out here, let's do another 12. I usually do just about 1.5 twists. Hi, Kathy. Kathy P. There's so many Kathys. I'm going to call you Kathy P. Welcome. So here we go. We're making Halloween. We're going to be using a 10.5 inch tricolor. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4 different color for the 10 inches. This is going to make a real healthy size wreath. This, when finished, will be about a 26 inch because of the 16 inch frame. And this frame is elevated. How is lovely California? Hot and dry? I love green. I love Halloween. I just like the colors and anything goes. So this one's going to be fun. I'm hoping, I've got all my supplies in except for one for the release of my Halloween kit coming up. And I've got all the supplies except for one for my fall kit coming up. And I tell you, they're both going to be gorgeous. Something totally different, over the top. Hi, Ruby. Here we go. We got 2 more, and we'll be done with this side, with this layer of the base. Okay, last one. I'm just going to go where I went over this when I went from the outer ring to the inner here. And I'm just going to tie it down. I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it off because we're not going to need it anymore. I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to go in between them, and pull them through. Then I like to connect it to the inner ring with another zip tie. I can get it the right way. Sort of backwards today. Even though this ring doesn't get close to the door, I still always go ahead and put that little piece to tuck it around front as much as I can. And I clean off the back. That makes a clean back. And now we've got phase 1 done. And that's how that looks. Okay? Now we're going to bring in this gorgeous, this is a faux poly jute. And what I can tell you about faux poly jute is it's thicker than normal jute, but it also sheds a lot more than jute. Just from cutting it, and I cut this with a rotary cutter, just from cutting it, I had what I described as a cat. It looked like I cleaned up hair off of a fuzzy critter. I'm going to fold that under, and I'm going to take my 2 thumbs and I'm going to push it here, and I'm just going to gather my mesh and push it forward with my thumbs till I get to the end. Here, I'm going to spread my fingers out, and I'm going to take it and pull that other one in, okay? Whoops, sorry guys. And then I'm going to put it down in the tie. And yes, I'm sorry. I was just notified I need to see the signs because I'm not looking at my comments very good. So then I'm just going to twirl it around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I like things that are basically imperfect. And then we've got that to go along with it. And I love that hint of orange with this, the ties. And then it's got just a little bit different green, and it's got the purple down the center. And this is the sign. Isn't that stinking adorable? And this sign came from Sugar Pepper Designs. Those that are not familiar with Ashley at Sugar Pepper Designs, check her out. She is on Etsy. Okay? So isn't that adorable? The colors of her signs are very vivid. That's one reason I love them. I never have to worry about getting a dull looking sign. And once again, we're just going to tuck it under. I'm going to use my fingers and then just go right up it, and we're just going to make a ruffle. If I'm going too fast, let me know, and I'll try to look at the comments a little more. Yes, you do need that sign. Thank you. That sign is adorable. Very cute. Very cute sign. So I put my thumbs as a dam, use my fingers. This mesh is easier because it has the line marked for you to where you can let it guide. It's a thicker mesh, therefore it doesn't wobble all over the place. My ruffles are cut to 20 inches. I cut my ruffles to 20. You could also cut them to 15 to 18, fold your ends under, and do a little bit of a looser ruffle, and that would show more of your green mesh that you put in, the lime green. Thank you, Ash. So use your thumbs as a dam, pull it back, I push with my thumbs, and scrunch it towards me with my fingers. Perfect. I turn the edges under so that it doesn't make it stop fraying, it decreases the fraying because they're not out to where everything can hit them. Hit those edges when you walk by it, hit the edges when you go to fluff it, put your ribbon in it. It just looks like a cleaner wreath. The sign is a 7, this sign's a 7 by 9. 7 by 9. That's okay, Ashley. But you can get it in many different sizes. I just happened to order a 7 by 9 for this one because I'm going to be putting other things in with it. No, you're welcome. Like I said, the mesh is cut. This colored, the striped mesh is cut to 20 inches. And we laid down 12-inch poofs going all the way around and on the inside also. We used a 16-inch elevated wreath form. The ties were 9 on the outside and 9 on the inside. I did not want to take the time to move every single one, and I've had to because they had them spaced excellent. Okay. I'll show you. There's a mess of cat hair on my desk. No. I'm going to go ahead and open these up just to be easier to put the ruffles down in. And we'll get started on the inside. Isn't this gorgeous so far? Look at that. Love it. Sort of like a little black widow. Oh, Roxanne, you're never late. No. Never, never. Here we go. If I've missed someone, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Deb. Do you? I love Halloween too. But unfortunately, since we moved to the country, we don't have little trick-or-treaters. My husband was the one that always gave out the snacks. And some of the most adorable ones. Oh my gosh. I love the little ones that would come by. Well, hello, Miss Skeleton. Thelma. How are you doing, doll? I'm wonderful, wonderful. First live in a while. And I've missed it dearly. Oh yeah. I bet that's beautiful though. 100 acres. Oh. We've got 15, I believe, here. We were in town, it seemed like a lot of the churches and the different businesses catered to the little kids. Hi, Flo. All the business downtown would close their businesses early for all the little ones to come through, or the bigger ones, and let them go by and get candy out of the bowls. It was always real nice. And then they would go to like different carnivals. Nearly through with all the ruffle. Joan. Okay, 2 more little pieces and we're through putting all of this mesh in. Hi, Sharon. Loveland, Colorado. Welcome. Glad to have you. Okay. Last piece of mesh. You can get it every which way but loose there. Now this is what we've got so far. I think it's stinking adorable. Okay, let's look at the ribbons. You can see how high this is. This is a very thick wreath, and it's already about 26, 27 inches. So this makes a big one with this size frame. Try to get some of that little stuff off. Ribbons. Oh, they're over here. Excuse me. So for this wreath, because of this sign here, we pop the little sign right there. How about I do it right there and just pull it over? Lovely. So I chose a lime and purple because we haven't really brought a lot of purple, and the purple that was in the mesh doesn't really show. So this has got some purple in it, and the lime green and orange. And then we've got the little jack-o'-lanterns to match the jack-o'-lantern and the little witch's hat. I thought that was adorable. Next, we're just going to do it with an orange. We don't have a lot of orange, just a little bit on the mesh. And then I'm bringing in some more purple to sort of highlight some purple because we've got a lot of green in there. So let's get started putting our ribbons in. I cut the ribbons here to 13 inches because this is a larger wreath. I cut my ribbons depending on the size of wreath I'm making. Thank you. I love ribbon. And this one I knew was going to be bigger, so I cut them to 13 inches. I fold them in the center, and you can't see, I'm so used to overhead. And then I bring this 1.5 inch all the way to the top of the 2.5 inch. Fold it in half, and then I just go ahead and squish it right up the middle. I make like a little wings, and then I put it in the tie. What that allows you to do is to see more of your bottom ribbon. On this one, I am not going to cut these ties off. I'm just going to sort of bend them backwards because they're orange, and I think it gives it another texture. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you get another one in with this one, and I'll show you all what this looks like. This isn't a really bright orange. I did it the same way. I laid my 1.5 inch ribbon all the way to the top, folded it in half, and put it in. Hi, Kim. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like with the 2 ribbons in it. And like I said, I'm not cutting the ties off. I'm using them for a little bit extra texture. I'm just, that sign's perfect right there. I should have kept it there the whole time. This purple 2.5 inch has got purple glitter in it. The green 1.5 inch has got glitter in it. Gotta have some glitter, guys. I've got some picks that I got in the other day, and they're adorable. We're going to see how those look in it. Make us a bow. Glitter wants to stick. So just pinch it together. I go ahead and pull it forward. And then spread them out. And of course, you always fluff them more once you get them on your door or before your pictures are taken. Excuse me. I swear it's not a Coke advertisement. So did everyone have a great 4th of July? Everyone barbecue, go out of town, go to the lake. What did y'all do? I worked, we all know that. But I want to know what kind of fun y'all had. Thank you. I found the cutest little things the other day, and I can't wait to make another fishing wreath. Did y'all like them anyway? I bet they enjoyed that, Kathy. Made food and all the stuff that went along with it. Oh, Ruby, I'm so sorry. I hope you're feeling better now. I didn't think I should have probably turned my air conditioner off in the background. I hope it's not driving y'all too crazy. It's just been really warm today. Yeah, that's all boy right there. On the top, I'm going to crisscross these. Like so. Be glad when I get my overhead view. This is sort of hard. Oh, that sounds fun. Fold them in half. Yes. Lots of prayers. Got stuck. Love this little jack-o'-lantern ribbon. So hopefully I'll be releasing the Day of the Dead Halloween kits next week, along with the fall. And they're both adorable. I've got some awesome embellishments to go with each kit. Oh, thanks, Connie. True Halloween. When I got all of my Halloween stuff out, I found a couple of really cute signs from last year that I didn't get to use. So we'll be making some more. Oh, thanks, Kat. Oh. You're more than welcome, Ruby. Turned under. It's quite a large wreath. I love it. We'll start on a bow here in just about 3 more ribbon sets. this one. Go big or go home. That's right. Hi, Catherine. Thank you so much. I cut mine to 32, but you can cut them all the way up to 34. With that mesh and all, 32 is quite big enough. And that's on that rooster kit. Go through here. I knew I had to miss one somewhere because I knew there had to be two alike up against each other. Okay, last ribbons. And there we go with all the ribbon and everything on it. Oh, good, Connie. I have a Christmas in July on the 24th. So, here's our sign again. And that's going to look so good with all the colors we put into this, okay? But right now, I'm just gonna lay it right there, and we're gonna go ahead and make us a bow. I've got that mesh all over me. I use an easy bow. I also have a Pro Bow 4-in-1 and a bow dabra. If you aren't a member and would like to, for our bow tutorials on Thursday night at 7, Daylight Standard, or Daylight Savings Time, whatever. I'm in Texas, right? Let's go on over to my business page and join. The group is free. It's for any stage. I'm going to throw in a little bit of this irregular dash, lime green and black. I think I'll put a little bit in the back. So with this one, I'm going to do, I don't want long tails on this. I'm going to do an 8-inch tail. I'm just going down and in it. I'm going to give it a twist, okay? I'm going to bring this one up. I'm going to bring this one over to 6 inches. Squish it down again. Six inches. I put my hand right there. And then I'm just going to smash it on down in there. And then I'm going to pull this tail towards me. And cut it about 8 inches or so. Okay? I'm going to pull in a couple of more ribbons. So this is going to be a nice bow. This time I thought we'd pull in some black polka dots. I live in Del Rio, Texas. It's southwest Texas, right on the border. Okay. Cut that off. Now we're going to do a polka dot. So I'm going to do the same 8-inch. I'm going to smash it down in there. I'm going to take it and twist it. But this time, whoops, this time I'm going to bring the tail down. I'm going to do another 6-inch loop, twist it, and I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to do another 6-inch, squish it down, and I'm going to bring it up. And then I'm going to pull this tail up. Okay, just going to give it a little bit different underneath it. I'm going to bring in another. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the purple glitter. I'm going to do about a 7-inch tail. We're going to go down in size a little bit. I'm going to twist it. I'm going to go up with this one. This one's going to be about a 5.5-inch loop. Just a little bit shorter. And this one will come down. I leave my fingers around. Thank you, Laura. I just leave them here in the center, but I like to keep my loops fluffed. It makes it easier for when you get through. You don't have a lot of extra fluffing on your bow to do. We're going to leave it just like that, and you can see how that's looking right there. Like I said, I'm so used to the overhead, you'll have to excuse me. Now I'm going to bring in some of this gorgeous, I love these guys. Again, about a 7. This time the loop will go down. And I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller, about a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch to 1 inch. want to still be able to see that polka dot. So right there we are. And this one will go up. And we can trim these tails and stuff when we're through. No big deal. I actually like to put it on my wreath before I do that. It's just all depending. You have to take your materials. I take my materials, I multiply them by 3. Hi, Treva. Thank you so much. So if you take your supplies, multiply them by 3, and then you've got your shipping, of course, and then your taxes. Okay, I'm going to bring in the 1.5 inch in the orange. Okay, about a 7. Hi, Carolyn. I'm going to go up with this one. It's a little long, but we can trim it. Make it a little smaller. Twist it. We're going to do another one. And this one will come down. I know, isn't her name so cool? Yeah, we're going to finish it off and bring back that sign because we sort of lost our green down at the bottom. So this time we're going to twist it. We're going to bring it this way, which I know that's way too long. Making it just a little shorter. And I'll show you what it looks like before I go to take it off. And I'll pull this one up top there. Okay. I'll just set that over there. So this is what our bow looks like on the bow maker. Just like that. Hopefully by next week I'll have my overhead back so y'all can see. Thank you. So now what I'm going to do is I've taken 2 pipe cleaners and I've tied them together and they're really, really secure. I go ahead and I bend it, okay, to get it ready for me. I take my 2 fingers, my pointer finger and my middle finger, and I go up under it. And I'm just going to push it up just a little bit so I can have better control of it. Thank you. Oops, I'm pushing my pegs together, making it too tight. So as you can see, I've got my fingers right there where you can see them, okay? So now that you can see those 2 fingers, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put my thumb, oops, wrong view, right there on top. So my 2 fingers and my thumb on top. And I'm not going to squeeze the dickens out of it. I'm just going to hold it securely. Okay? Then I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to run it on each side where the indentions of the peg was. That one's crooked. And you see where they're coming in between? They're coming right in between those 2 fingers. And that's what I wanted them to do. So now that I've got my pipe cleaner right there, I'm just going to move my thumb real easily and put it right on top of that pipe cleaner. I'm going to take my thumb, I'm going to push down as I take these two and pull. Okay? So now we have it like so. It's still in between my fingers. I'm going to take my pointer finger and my thumb. I'm going to start a twist with it, but then I'm going to hold it. I'm going to come under it and I'm going to twist that bow. And I'm going to twist it 3 or 4 good times. I twist the bow. What that does is cause the pipe cleaner to get tighter on the inside. And it also makes that bow stand up proud. Then on what I do is I like to work on my tails. I like to do my tails first. So I pull all these tails to this side. This is just me. Then over here, you can use a zip tie if that's your preference. I use zip ties at times, but my preferred method is a pipe cleaner. I think I'm able to manipulate my bow better when I get it tighter in the center than I am with a zip tie. Like I said, that's totally preference. Then you want to put your hands in your loops, and if they're wrinkled, you just straighten that part out. The other side, and you just keep going and going. I sort of go backwards and forth, or I'll do one side then the other. But put your hand in there, and if you see it gather, go down there at the center of the bow and tuck it loose. I was going to say I could show you, but this one's not bad right there. But make them stand up. See, this one over here is not going to. That's all it needed, was a little extra something something. There we go. Take your fingers and you can do this, and they'll just curl them over and make them look part of your bow. Bye, Connie. Oh, thanks. So there's our bow. We'll trim the edges up when we get it on the wreath, and we'll make sure our little loops are looking sexy. That one should actually go right there. There we go. Good night, Connie. Okay, so there's our bow for our wreath. Let's bring it back over here. Oops. Got it caught. So let's put our bow on first. I like to use a weaving needle. This is I believe a 6-inch one. You can get these by Wreath Decor on Dawn's. I don't know if she carries the 6 inches or the 5 something. Either way, they work the same. So I'm going to find a spot on my wreath that doesn't have a tie in it to tie my bow to. I'm going to go through the mesh all the way down to the frame. And pull it down. I'm going to come back and get the other tie and do the same thing. While I've got a hold of both of the ties back here, I'm just going to grab it by 2 loops. And what I do is I just make sure that I'm getting all of the stuff up, but tightening my bow, but I'm not sinking that bow down into my wreath, okay? And make sure you tie it off to your frame, because if you tie it off to your mesh, it's just gonna sag and sag and sag, and no one wants that. You're gonna have a beautiful bow, wreath. Oh, thank you, Ruby. You know, Miss Carolyn. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these little loops, spread them out, get your tails out of the way. Use your hand, puff them out really good. And that's what it looks like with the bow on it. So I'm going to put the sign on, and I think maybe tonight, let's see, because this could go anywhere. Let's see what these little creatures. On the sign, what I did is I took DAP, not glue from a glue gun, hot glue. DAP super glue, and these are adhesive nails. You can also take your jewelry beads and poke a hole in it and use wire. Got glue on. I do these ahead of time so it'll allow for easy drying, faster drying. Okay, so I'm going to take, again, the weaving needle. Like I said, these are the best things to use. I like to go down through the mesh and everything. And on a square sign or a rectangular sign, I like to go from corner to corner. Opposite corners, I mean. Didn't explain that too well, did I? If Hannah's out there tonight, I would like to tell her, oh, thank you guys, that I have everything for her wreath except for one thing, and it should be here this next week. Where'd that sucker go? Here it is. I'm just going to tie this around the frame. Stand on my head while I do it. Okay. One more tie. Catty corner that. I think I will. So if I catty corner it, I need to pull that. I just saw that. It looks so cute. Uh-oh. That's not good, Kathy. No burnt sign eyelids. That's gotta be painful. Painful, painful, girlfriend. Okay. Now let's do these other two corners. Gotten that just a little too snug. this on there. Pulled that one all the way back on. Okay. Skip this. Sort of spread out. A ribbon. And I'll show you. It's looking like so far. Whoops. So far, I got a couple of picks. I got 3. I didn't figure it needed a whole lot because we got a lot of stuff going on it. I've got these 2, which are adorable tree branches with a little pumpkin. I've got 2 of those. And I've got this one. It's a witch's hat, a boot, a boo, which needs to be straightened up to where I can read it, boo, and then a witch's broom. I thought those were so stinking cute. So I put my attachments like this in with zip ties. I think they hold better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here above the sign. And what I'll do is I'll find a place around the mesh. And I think that's perfect. Zip tie and I'll show you guys. There we go. We could get a zip tie on that one right there. Tighten that down good. That is too cute. And all of these are wired. Fix that one in a minute. We're going to do the same to this one. We're going to go, I think we'll go right over here. Zip tie it down. And we'll put it where we want it. Just gives it a little bit of depth, texture. And I'm going to do the other one right down here. I'm going to try to go in. wants to give me over time. Telling you guys, we got pouring down rain yesterday. I couldn't even, well, I could have, but I didn't want to get soaking wet to go into a store to buy groceries. I came on home. I figured it could wait. You must be getting blind as a bat. Can't even see the red. Okay. Let's do a little trimming right quick. Is it giving people a hard time? Like I said, I hope I have an overhead for the next time I go live. I'll try my darndest. This was just so unexpected. I guess you can never know what Facebook's going to actually do. Cut these here. And then we will be through. See, it doesn't matter if your tails are even or not. Okay. Let's see if I can hold this beast up there. See where it should be, sort of like that. Oh, like one over backwards. Here we go. Can y'all see that? I'm in Del Rio, Texas. So that's the finished wreath, guys. I want to thank you all for sticking around. Isn't that sign adorable? Let me get it to where it's not shining so much on it. Like I said, I hope by the next time I go live, thank you guys, that I will have it to where it's more overhead to where y'all can see. Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of y'all stopping by as usual and for y'all's support. If you need anything, just message me. Make sure you go over, if you're not a member of our bow tutorial group, make sure you join. Okay? I'm going to try to get everything back up and going from Facebook. We'll see how they respond to my support ticket, and that's all I can do for right now. So, I'm going to say good night to all. God bless, and I'll see you Monday night, 7 o'clock. Bye-bye. Now I got to get up and go turn that tablet off.